My name is Sarah Bowman. For my persuasion speech, I will be trying to persuade my audience to buy a shelter pet rather than buying a pet from a pet store. The reason for this is buying pets from pet stores, the animals that you are buying are actually offspring of animals that are kept in puppy mills. Puppy mills are big mills that take a bunch of animals, cage them up for their whole life, and they use them to mainly breed, so the animals don't really have a life. They are kept in a cage for their entire life, usually abused. They can be kept in cages with up to 5 different animals, so there's really no space within the cages. They step in their own feces and they sleep in their own feces. They are abused for their whole life. They are kept to breed. They don't have a social life with other animals. Usually, most of the animals don't even get to see what the sun looks like or go outside. They are kept within one small cubicle for their whole life, and that's the life that they live. The owners with puppy mills usually just take the animals and breed them until their body can physically no longer handle to breed any longer. When this happens, the owner makes a choice. Either they keep the animal because they like the animal, or the second choice is that they kill them. So the animals that are in puppy mills don't really have a life. They are born to bred, and that is all. And once they are done breeding, they either die or they get caged up for the rest of their life. So if you were to buy a pet from a pet store, think about what you're buying from. The more pets that you buy from a pet store, the more pets that stay in puppy mills and get used just for breeding, and more animals that are inhumanely kept and abused for the rest of their life. So would you rather buy a pet from a pet store, knowing that you are pretty much letting puppy mills do what they're supposed to do, which they are illegal, by the way, puppy mills, or you can go to an animal shelter? And with animal shelters, a lot of people think they're going to go there and they're going to buy an animal that was taken to the pet store, the animal shelter, because they had bad home lives, which usually isn't true. The misinterpretation that people get with shelter animals is that they are a bad animal. They can be aggressive or have bad attitudes or they bite. Some cases that is true, but with shelter animals you can go and you can read up on the animal before you buy it, and you can see if it is suitable for your house. You can know why it's there, its life history, what kind of dog it is, everything down to the T. You can even contact the person that had the animal before that. So another reason to buy an animal from an animal shelter is you can find out the background on the animal and the history about everything, and you can also contact the person who had them before that so you can see if that animal will suit your home. With pet stores, you're buying them from a puppy, so it's pretty much all on you to have these animals grow up to how you're going to want them to be, but also that might not happen at the same time. Animals have their own personalities and they do what they want. So buying an animal from an animal shelter is actually saving an animal's life. Most of the time you're rescuing an animal that was abused or was left on the side of the road, or just a family didn't want them. So if you adopt an animal from an animal shelter, you're actually saving that animal's life, that really all they want is to be loved. And if you adopt from an animal shelter, you are giving the animal exactly what they want, and you know that you'll be giving an animal a good life that they would never think they would have. So thank you for listening to my speech. I hope that the next time you think about buying an animal, you educate yourself on the animal and try to decide to adopt an animal rather than buying from a pet store. Thank you.